This is Maria. Maria is moving to Japan for work, and she's excited to face new challenges. She loves anime and is crazy about Japanese cuisine. Exciting times ahead. One of the first things she needs to do in Japan is to set up her bank account so she can get paid for her work. Unexpectedly, this turns out to be very difficult. Banks close early at 3 p.m, so they're inconvenient to visit. If she doesn't speak Japanese, banks are reluctant to open an account for her. And even if she succeeds, she only gets a bank book and a plastic cash card. Internet banking is also limited, usually available only in Japanese. And no credit cards for foreigners. Maria supports her family back home, but sending money overseas is not cheap. Banking services in Japan are inconvenient and expensive. Giga has a solution for Maria and other foreigners coming to Japan. Maria just needs to download Giga app and start using it. She is able to open a real bank account in Japan from her mobile phone, the process taking less than 5 minutes, and it's done in her own language. Everyday banking services, bank accounts, payments, credit cards, and international money transfers are just the start. In the future, more various life services functions will be bundled into the Giga app, making it effectively Maria's personal control center for everyday finances. Transaction history data will be collected, allowing her to build trust for her accessing credit and loan products. Maria will be able to elevate her life in Japan and enjoy her stay more fully. Finally, if Maria moves back to her home country, she'll be able to take her credit history with her and use it for elevating her life back home. Giga, banking in Japan made easy.
This is Raul, CEO and co-founder of Giga. And I'm also a foreigner living in Japan. And just like Maria, I'm having difficulties with banking services in this country. For example, when I'm making payments, I'm still using credit cards from my home country, Estonia. And my phone contract is actually on my wife's name. And there's no way I'm actually going to be able to get any loan in any foreseeable future. For this, I would have to be working for a large Japanese company for a few years. I'm not alone. The number of foreigners in Japan is increasing. So today we are talking about maybe 1.72 million foreign workers, but by 2030, the number is expected to double as Japanese society is aging and the labor shortage is rapidly increasing. The number of people working in part-time, freelance, or in gig work, this is actually even bigger. And those people working in new ways of working are not considered trustworthy by local banks either. Obviously, the largest place where all foreigners love in Japan will be Tokyo. And although Tokyo aims to become the financial center in Asia, in reality, as a foreigner, there is not much you're able to use in this country. So many people face challenges when opening a bank account at first. You are able to do it only when you speak Japanese and you visit a physical bank's branch office. And the internet service, internet banking, will be mostly in Japanese. In Japanese Banking Association, only 2 banks out of more than 100 are providing internet banking in English. And today, most of the foreigners in Japan, more than half, are opening their bank accounts in Japan Post Bank. Reason, of course, is that the Japanese banks don't really want to have foreigners as their clients because with their today's legacy operational systems, in branch-based systems, our marginal costs are very high. So there's no way a Japanese bank can actually make any money out of managing a foreigner's bank account. Only way would be give the person more loans, but because there is no trust, it cannot actually happen. Plus, foreigners can actually be sometimes a risk for a bank. So in some communities, people, before leaving Japan, they sell their paper-based bank book and the plastic cash card to the next person, which is completely legal and a big problem for today's banks. Of course, if it this is a problem because it's analog. If you did things digitally using contemporary digital banking technology, that would not really be an issue. So with Giga, we are actually trying to do things differently. So in Japan, when you talk about neobanks, which kind of are we as well. Then in Japan, most neobanks are using bank agency license, basically reselling banks' services. In our case, we will be using electronic payment settlement agency license, representing the end user. So completely different logic. And with a digital banking solution from Europe, we are able to actually provide better AML compliance than any existing bank in Japan. And we are going to connect with local bank in Japan through APIs, taking advantage of the recent open banking regulation in Japan. We already have letter of intent signed with one of the regional banks. And essentially, we will become a personal financial control center for underbanked people. It will be subscription model, basically people, end users paying us monthly fees to use our services. And we will be connecting to various different service providers and actually helping out legacy banks and also help employers who today actually have to spend much time helping their employees getting a bank account opened once they move to Japan from abroad. We're already working on it. We have a partner bank selected and letter of intent signed. We are discussing about the details. And we are aiming for the MVP launch in the middle of summer. So we'll see if we can actually able to do it. And we're quite confident that we can do it. Because in our team, we have a good understanding about business in Japan. We know about internet banking and neobanks based from European and the US experiences. And we also have very strong competence about banking industry in Japan in general. So let's keep in contact, keep us in mind, and see you in summer. Thank you.